All right. Let's get into it. Let's get into it. All right. What's up, everybody? This is the OD podcast. I'm Wavy,
I'm Max.
and we are here for another episode, another show. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's get into it. We're here to provide a positive podcast with several different points and opinions, funny and fun arguments, and more. Dig deep, find things out on air. Never afraid, never scared to push the envelope to another level. It's OD, baby. Let's go. All right. So, that's a little intro. But we're gonna wait for everybody to get in here and we're just gonna start diving into you know, certain topics.
Mm.
Um I can go ahead and talk about what I know I want to talk about, what I'm most excited about. The Lakers got Luca. Now both my favorite players in the NBA somehow just ended up on the same goddamn team. Oh man.
You
It's
mean injured Luca?
huh?
Injured Luca?
You mean injured Luca? What you talking about?
Or who's injured? Isn't somebody injured?
Who told you that?
Somebody was injured.
When? When you heard this?
What were you talking about just now? Who were you listening to? Wasn't somebody injured?
What you talking about? You was listening to what I was listening to?
That's what I just said. Give it back to me. You let it go. Let it go. Let it go. Gosh.
She tried to snatch that.
Give it back to me. No.
um, yeah, Luca's injured right now. He has a calf strain. Why you concerned about that?
Oh, I'm not concerned at all.
Well, I'm not concerned either. I was just curious, how would you know this?
Because you was just listening to it in my vicinity.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, he got a calf strain, but he'll be all right. He'll be back in a couple weeks.
For real? He
Um,
been out since last year?
no, it's a calf strain. It's not even a pulled calf. He just has a calf strain.
Oh.
Just strained his calf.
It's okay. No comment.
Steve Cole, what up? What up? What's up? So yeah, my two favorite players are on the same team. I don't know why they did the deal, but word on the street is, can I have a shout out? What's up, Paisley? Is that how you say it? Paisley. Um, word on the street is the reason the Dallas Mavericks um traded Luca though is because he can't stay healthy. He can't keep his weight down. He drinks too much. From his rookie year, he was like 230. Now he's like pushing 280. So they was
Dang.
so they was like, man, we're just gonna get him out of here. But now he's gonna go play with LeBron. I feel like that's why the Lakers got him, because they like, okay, well, if he can't work with LeBron, LeBron can't get him right, and he will never get right. You know what I mean? So it's just Shaggy, what up, bro? What's up? Kev, what's up? What's up? Welcome to the chat. Welcome to the chat. All right, what's up, Jason? Welcome to the chat. Um, yeah, so Lakers fan all day. Yeah, I was already a Lakers fan because I'm a LeBron fan, but like, bruh, boy, when I tell you it's going down now, I want that Luca jersey. Oh my God, 77 Lakers. Yes, sir, with that Doncic on the back. I need it. Um, Now I don't know if they're gonna win a championship this year. I don't know how many more years LeBron even gonna play, honestly. But I do know that like the Lakers just my team now. I mean, because I like now they got Luca and that's my dog. So it just is what it is. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying I got a couple other players in the NBA I like, but I just like Luca. Just one of my favorite players. Um. So yeah, I'm very excited about that. No longer a Mavs fan. I did want a Luca Mavs jersey, but now I can't even get it no more. So you know, say what football team I like? The Jags, bro. You don't see my shirt, bro? It's a Jaguar head, bro. I'm in Jacksonville, Florida. All right. Say right, right. Yeah, chat. So if y'all got any questions y'all want to ask us, we'll answer any questions y'all got too. Y'all can interact. Um, we just chilling on a Sunday, vibing. I'm excited about the trade. You feel me? Um, going into the week, Monday tomorrow sucks, but Monday tomorrow. What you got anything you want to talk about? Anything you interested in right now?
I did see. Hold on. Let me tread this damn needle first. That's what I'm trying to get done right now. Until I tread this needle, I'm preoccupied.
Until you thread the needle.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. Gotta thread the needle. Yeah.
Oh, fucking hell.
What what you think about Trump? He don't know what the fuck he doing. Yeah, he don't know what the fuck he doing. He trying to make some. At least he trying to do some shit though, but he don't know what the fuck he doing. I wish a president that actually knew what the fuck they was doing would came in office signing executive orders like getting shit right. He don't know what the fuck he doing.
I should have given Bernie Sanders a chance.
I wish they would have gave a president who actually knew what the fuck he was doing. In that he would they would have did the exact same shit with all that executive order shit. Because Trump just signed the executive orders just for the fuck of it. He don't even know what the fuck that shit. He don't even know what's gonna happen.
Well, just so you know, it takes time for an executive order to go through. So he's doing it right. Don't waste time because you only got so much time. It takes time for everything if you really want stuff to go through for it to go through.
Shit, I mean, crazy. Firing people left and right for Lord knows what. Just yeah, I don't know. He don't know what the fuck he doing. God damn, I thought you was finna stab me in my face, bro. Oh my god. That
All
was
right. So, what do I have? Stop trying to eat it. Gosh. I really do want to go on to get this. So, give me a moment.
get what? Oh, all right. Yeah, he really don't. What's up, Jace? Yo, yo, yo. What up, Jace? Yeah, 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 yeah. Buffalo. The fuck, Buffalo? What? Buffalo soldier. Buffalo soldier.
All right, so let's go on the lighthearted side. Kanye West made me laugh today. I usually don't laugh this much, but I really did laugh. I really wanted to comment on the shit, but I was like, oh, no, don't.
Kanye West.
So I laughed about Kanye West because he said he really wanted to fuck Kamala Harris, but then she lost and he don't fuck with losers. And that shit made me laugh. Like I actually laughed out loud. So, I didn't want to bring that up because I thought it was funny. But then he apologized. He said, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Wow.
I thought that shit was
Well, you know he.
hilarious.
Well, we already
So
know
he
whose side he
said,
was on.
I used to want to fuck Kamala until she lost. I don't fuck losers anymore. So that shit actually made me laugh.
Wow.
Um,
Yay.
then
Talk about some. She lost, so I can't fuck.
Then the next thing that I seen really crazy, there was this 33-year-old American woman who reportedly refused to leave Pakistan after a failed marriage plan. So she had actually met this guy who was 19 years old online. She went across to this man's country and then to meet in real person and get married. But however, upon arrival from the United States, Robinson's plans to get married fell through after the boy's family refused to approve the marriage, and now she's stranded in Pakistan. And
She stranded, or she just
no,
refusing to
she
leave.
she's stranded. So it's reported that the American woman is in the country on a 30-day tourist visa, which has expired, and she's left with nowhere to stay. But she was staying outside of their home. According to Express
Bro,
Tribune,
this is fucking
Robinson, who
crazy.
went to Mimon's home in the garden area and found the family had vacated the property, I guess trying to, get rid of this bitch. And subsequently, she staged a sit in outside the home and took shelter in the building's parking area. Her actions have since caught the attentions of local worldwide masses on social media, and it reported that Robinson has received help from non-government organizations which offered her a return ticket to the United States and financial support. But her son then comes out to say that she's kind of crazy. Yeah. So I'm
She
gonna
look crazy, the motherfucker.
she do. Her eyebrows are
What the
so
fuck?
it doesn't make any sense. He's 19, she's
33.
33.
She was trying to get that
So
bag.
I'm going to read it here. Despite this, Robinson still chooses to remain in Pakistan. So even though she could get a free ticket back to the United States of America, she is staying there. In several news clips and viral phone videos, Robinson has demanded funds from the government and other services. It is reported that at one point she requested 100,000 Pakistani rupees, or about 360 US dollars from the Pakistan government, claiming she is going to travel to Dubai with her husband once she found him. Meanwhile, a young man named Jeremiah Robinson, who lives in America and claims to be this woman's son, said that she has mental health issues and that her failed love story is fabricated. He said she knew Nidal Hamid Memon and had initially planned to return home after 2 weeks but failed to do so. Also, he said that he and his brother tried to convince her to come home, even buying a flight for her, but she refused. So,
So she don't want to leave. That's what they saying.
yes, she is in this
Man, this
foreign
lady look
country.
crazy as hell, bro. These eyebrows got me tripped out right now, bro. These eyebrows really got me bugged out right now.
Yeah, pretty crazy
It's funny that the
eyebrows.
chat ain't really like lit up like that right now, but there's a lot of people watching. So I mean, hey, I take it. Maybe people don't like it when the chat go crazy like that. Um, that's fucking crazy though. That sounds like some shit somebody would do when they come to the US to try to get a US visa. This bitch don't want to leave. What? But the country was Pakistan.
Yep.
That sound like something somebody would do to come to the US and come to a man's house and be like, I don't leave. But you talking about you in Pakistan, you don't want to leave? What's so special? Why you won't stay in Pakistan?
You gotta ask her that.
Lady crazy as hell, bro.
Can't understand it, but she is there and she is still there as we speak. She has not returned home yet.
And he said, do I play Apex Legends? Nah, bro. I played it before, but no, I'm not really into it. I'm more into Call of Duty. Um, but yeah, that's weird as fuck, bro. I can't even imagine
Next thing that was your mom. How would you feel?
my mom doing that,
Yeah, because
bro.
she has sons. Her sons buy her tickets to come back home and shit. She still didn't come back home.
Oh man, I'll be like, damn. Shaggy, what's my favorite football team? It's the Jaguars, bro. Jaguars in the NFL and college. It's the Florida Gators. You already know what time it is. Um, if that was my mom, bro, I wouldn't. I would act like that was my mom. What they talking about? That ain't my mom.
She's just gonna disown her.
What? I'm just on the fuck out of her, but I ain't gonna say that is not my mama. Hell no, I'm not going out like that. Hey, what's up, chat? Please like the video, guys. He said, I said football, not American handball. Oh boy, I know you ain't. Oh Lord. So what you want me to say? Like Arsenal or some shit like that? What the fuck you want me to say? You want me to say what's it called? Barcelona or some shit? Fuck what's this? What you want me to say?
Why are you asking me that? You asking him that?
What's your favorite football team?
Um, Manchester United.
Manchester? Ugh.
Yeah,
Why you had to pick a UK team?
because the last time I really was into football, that's probably the team that I was into. Oh, did I make a hole in this? How did I do?
He say Arsenal suits you. What's that supposed to mean? He say, bro, wavy, you the reason I subscribe. Appreciate it, bro. Let's get it. Appreciate that. Um, yeah, so damn, what was talking about? Oh yeah. Man, I wouldn't. That's crazy. First thing I would have did though was text my mom and be like, "Yo, your eyebrows look crazy as fuck, yo. What the fuck you got going on over there? They did your eyebrows in Pakistan." That's the first thing I would ask. I said, "You got your eyebrows did out there?" First of all, do not let them folk do your eyebrows no more. They got you looking slap crazy out there, man. That's the first thing I would have said.
Why does this?
I for sure would have been like, "Oh hell no."
Why is it so hard to get this done today? It's making holes.
Oh, it's growing, bro. Don't worry. It for sure is. But let me see. Let's see. Let me see. Let me see.
I didn't do this last time. Oh, why is it doing it now?
Um, let me see. Oh yeah, I had seen this something right where they was talking about this Indian tribe, the Black Hills, and then that was like their sacred place, and the U.S. blew that shit up
What? When
and
was this?
turned it into Mount Rushmore. I mean, this is a long time ago. Just I had seen it on mm, 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 mm. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see.
Why is it so hard to do today?
Um. What? Yeah, bro. All the motherfucking shit. All everybody talking about is this goddamn trade, bro. That shit's so crazy.
Oh, I do want to touch bases on
Miracle, what's
this.
up? What's up, Miracle?
All right, the next crazy thing I have to talk about now. This one is really crazy, okay? And don't get
Mm.
crazier than this. Two male students were caught having sex in a professor's class, college class.
You mean like in the classroom, like when nobody was
In
there?
no, everybody's there.
How are they having sex?
All right, I'm gonna play the audio so you can hear the shit too,
What the hell?
bro.
Class right now. It's an unbelievable story coming out of an Alabama university. One of them has been identified. What could they have possibly been thinking? Two male students were caught, quote, fucking during class, according to the professor and multiple witnesses. Y'all not in my class right now. It's an unbelievable story.
This is
What?
Alabama. This is Alabama
There's
University.
no way this is real.
Very, very real.
He said they hit new low degeneracy.
Bro, I have never heard or seen anything like this in
What
my
up?
life.
What up, Greg? The trade was insane. Yeah, bro. Hey, but I'm a Laker fan now, baby. Let's get it. If we going to the shit, oh, no, I don't know. Luca hurt, but you feel me? Shit, I'm still a fan anyway. Shit, I
I mean,
like it.
the way that they were talking about him in the trade, it seemed like the most stupidest trade. It seemed like, you know, good luck.
Well, this is why it's the stupidest trade. He say freak behind Alabama. This is we gonna get to that. We gonna get back to Alabama stories. Talk about this. This is why it's the craziest trade. Luca is only 25 years old. Like he became a pro at 18. You know what I'm saying? Like even if he is fat and he's fucking up this year, maybe he's depressed or we don't know what he's going through. He's eating a lot of food. You know what I'm saying? You got bro, you got 10 years to try to win with this man. You know what I'm saying? It's Luca. You know what I'm saying? Um, she said, where's Brian and the God vibes? I don't know, and they don't bother me. They um, you say goddamn. So they fucking in Alabama class, bro. I'm sitting
Yeah,
there.
like dead ass in the class. I was trying to figure out in my head, I was picturing ways of doing this. I was like, these are two males. So how exactly are you having sex? It's not a male and a female. You know, it's not like you're sitting down on him.
Bro, that I just hold on. I gotta look this up, man. Please listen to what I don't know who that is. I'm not finna. Hold on, let me see. I'm finna try to see about this, bro. It's crazy. Carly, what is you doing?
Are you okay?
Uh, mm, this must have happened a little while ago. Okay, it can't be that recent. But yeah, that's man, that's nasty. First of all,
Yeah, you know,
yo, you know what that
that's
reminded me
crazy.
of?
Mm.
The movie we had watched, Lindy Mosi, she riding riding gangbang on that shirt. No, I think it would say OD gang.
Mhm.
She's trying to make a OD gang shirt, I guess.
Which is wrong.
Uh, you read wavy, or is that a question, Jace? Turk moves. What the fuck? What are you saying, Shaggy? Yeah, I forgot what I was saying. Oh, that yeah reminded me of the movie we you're speaking Turkish then. Where you from, Shaggy? Where you at? Where you at?
Turkey, if you speak Turkish.
I mean, he can speak Turkish and not be in Turkey. I don't know. I just trying to ask. What's the most popular? What's the biggest city in Turkey? What, Budapest or
I don't know. I've never been to Turkey.
what's the biggest city in Turkey? Um, oh, you in Canada? See, told you. See, you don't got to be in Turkey to speak Turkish. Istanbul. That's what it is. Okay, all right, all right. Um, yeah, the movie we had watched the other day where when Buddy tried to go get his girl, and dog just like whipped it out, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you. If that happened to me, I probably would have beat his ass with his dick out. I'm sorry. I don't care how uncomfortable it was. As soon as he whipped that motherfucker, I would have had to beat his ass right there. With that motherfucker out. See how good you can fight with your dick out.
Well, there you go. You lost your opportunity to make it. He's already made, so I guess you'd have been kicked out of the set, and then
I guess.
he'd just still be famous with his dick out.
Yeah, I see.
2 stars
I
on
would
the
have had to
end.
swing on his ass, but no.
I think some people need to
He
understand,
said that's some
man.
Beowulf shit. You said what?
Why is this so hard?
Oh, that's hilarious, bro. That was fucking funny, Greg. What you was saying though?
Mm-mm.
Um, so I don't really got too much today. I do want to talk about the oh, I will talk about this shit till the fucking case come up. Boy, I love to talk about that shit, but I ain't gonna talk about that. Trump ain't do nothing crazy recently.
Um,
I seen somebody talking about Swift coin and saying that XCN is gonna go down and Swift coin's going up. What's Swift coin? Is that Taylor Swift coin?
nope.
Oh,
All right, hold on. So I heard this thing about, are you guys are organ donors? Could you please put into the chat, put a one if you're an organ donor. Would you donate your organs? My shit say no. My license, no. I am not doing organ donating. What about you guys?
shit. Half of them probably don't even got their license. W.
So you are not an organ donor. I'm gonna
What's the conversation? What's this leading to though?
so they say, so the way that the hospitals try to make it seem as though people are dead is they'll say brain dead, but you can't be brain, your organs cannot be functioning if you are dead. So they put the terminology brain dead there to make people feel more comfortable. So they will donate their organs. But you don't take organs from a dead person, do you?
No.
So if you're brain dead, you can't really be dead because you're still taking your organs and giving it to
Yeah, but
somebody else, right?
you could be past the point of coming back though.
So let me ask you, what makes you think, what's past the point of coming back?
Like you have a critical injury, and then they keeping you alive like on like the machine right now, but like you can't come back.
So you do not think that somebody who's on a machine can wake up from being on a machine?
No, if you're brain dead, like you're literally brain dead, like a vegetable.
So nobody has ever come out from being brain dead.
I don't think so. I mean, you can look it up, I guess. Leprosy, is that a wolf? No, it's a husky. It's a husky.
I get this
Let
done.
me see.
So this mom had talked about so this is just an example. Her
See,
son
it
was in a,
says no. According to medical understanding, it is impossible to recover from being brain dead.
so when somebody on oxygen, not really just on oxygen, when they're on life support, right?
Hmm.
That's not them being brain dead, right?
Not always. No.
Okay. Um,
Like brain dead means like literally your brain is not functioning and they can't like jumpstart your brain again. Like it's not coming back. You're brain dead.
I understand what it says when you say brain dead, but let's see. I'm just gonna let you hear what I heard.
Mhm. What you mean?
To get more. The truth is, brain death is a lie. So people don't even realize it's a lie anymore. But it's been a lie from the beginning, continues to be a lie. They invented brain death to mainly to get organs, but then also so they don't waste money on treating people who aren't ever going to get a job,
What?
who are just going to live and not die. And so you see what brain death is, it's primarily a way to get organs. You cannot get any organs from a cadaver. Every organ that's transplanted is a healthy organ, and you can only get healthy organs from living persons. You cannot generate organs for transplant from a cadaver. The things I'm telling you is that you are not allowed to hear, because if you hear it, you will be upset,
Well,
as
what?
you
Well,
all three of you
how about we
are,
ask Chat GBT?
and rightly so, you should be upset. Whose organs do they want?
Let's ask.
Certainly from all children, but especially the people who are 16 to 30, and
What the fuck?
their life is in jeopardy.
Let's
If
ask.
they're unconscious on a ventilator, they're going to get their
Deep
organs.
Seek or some shit.
Everybody who's
All right,
called
you can
brain
stop that
dead
shit.
has a beating.
Everybody who's brain dead has a beating heart.
I get that because your body is still alive, but your brain isn't. You know what I'm saying?
No, I do not understand that. I do not.
Shit, I don't
You
really
see,
understand that
this
shit
is
either.
the thing. We had this conversation already, and this is why I will write myself a very nice note so that people understand. Leave me. You can spend every last dime and dollar to keep me on a ventilator. There is a chance that I can wake up. You don't want, you want to save us the money and you want to die, you want to kill yourself, go ahead. We will take you off the ventilator by your choice. I will spend every last dime that I work for to save my life. I'm staying on that ventilator. Even if I had like 10 million, I was going to use the whole 10 million to stay on my ventilator. Fuck yeah. Like, might as well just buy me my own ventilator.
All right, let me see. Um, let's see.
Why is that so hard?
Duh, 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 duh. It says the longest living person who has been declared brain dead is TK, a child who survived for nearly 20 years after being diagnosed with total brain failure. TK is kept on life support and medical ventilations.
Is TK, did TK ever wake up?
No.
Oh, well, see, that's sad for TK. Why is this fucking up? Why? You're just ruining my jersey.
Mm.
Oh, because it's too.
What's my favorite drink, non-alcoholic beverage? Shit, I don't know. Fucking
A strawberry daiquiri.
strawberry daiquiri. That's what you like. I don't know. Fucking Gatorade, bitch. Shit, I don't know. Gatorade. Did you mean this? Did you mean to say guess who is back? I don't even know you. I probably my first time seeing you. Good cop, bad cop. I don't even know what kind of name that is, but you look like you the feds, bro. Yeah, you look like you fed, bro. Standing on business. Oh, we talking about being brain dead.
Yep.
Oh, yeah. I don't think I was trying to see what's the longest somebody been alive on this. See if anybody came back. I did my little research. I don't know. I mean, I guess they might be made up, but from what I'm seeing, it's not looking that made up. But maybe not. Maybe you wasn't talking about being brain dead per se. You probably was just talking about being on life support or something. You're like, yeah,
I mean, they get to choose, up to a certain extent. Like sometimes, even as an organ donor, if you have a very thin line, So like, let's just say you're dying, and they could save you, or they could save your organs. You decided you want to be an organ donor, so you decide you want to give up your life because they thought that it was wiser to get the organs and to save you. No, bitch. I pay taxes so that when I do go to this hospital, I get all the help that I need. Why would I give that right up? If I'm an organ donor, do I get to pay less taxes because they spend less time on me anyway? Like, why do I have to give my organs and pay taxes? I'm not doing that shit.
do organ donors get benefits, or they just get killed?
You just get killed sooner.
You just get butchered.
Yeah, like you
Damn.
live for a shorter period of time because you're trying to save your organs, and there's a period of time that you do that before your organs start shutting
I wonder
down.
if they ever been like about to cut somebody open and take their organs, and them niggas like woke up like, oh, what y'all doing?
Yeah, there have been stories like that. I've seen a few. I just don't know of them like personally, but I definitely did see that. Another crazy thing that I seen: a 5-year-old boy died after a hyperbaric chamber exploded. So that's just an oxygen tank, basically. So he was in one of those oxygen chambers, and the fucking shit explode.
An oxygen? What is an oxygen chamber?
Like people who are
Oh, you
sick,
mean?
well, it's just oxygen. It's the
Okay, I got you.
oxygen
I got
chamber.
you.
It's a chamber with
And it
oxygen.
exploded. Okay.
Yes, and he died.
I was gonna say, is that what the athletes use? Them hyperbaric chambers? Katie, what up?
Yeah,
KDP, what's happening?
that is what it is.
Oh, that you say that is what it is?
Yeah.
Oh, damn, bro. Shit, boy. If I see that, I would be scared. If he must have not have been somewhere with like a really. Oh, let me not talk
I
shit.
mean, let's see. So obviously he died on the scene. Medical staff were present. So this is
Bro, when this shit
inside.
happened, bro? That's crazy.
This happened. This is a Oxford Center on Cook in Livernois. I don't even know where Livernois is. But the fact is, this is a medical center that this happened at.
That's
So
crazy as hell, man.
just the mom is still alive. She has injuries, but her son is dead.
Mm. I'm like, why couldn't you take me, God? Why? Why? Tanaz, what's up, Tanaz?
So the next thing I want to talk about, which is a little bit more serious to me, we talked about tariffs, and you talk
Serious?
about like we just all we gonna do is have to pay more on
Oh
some
no.
avocados, right? So
I
I
just be
wanted
talking shit though. I'm
so
telling you.
I wanted to break down a little bit more what these tariffs are gonna actually do to us. And before I jump into the regular tariffs, I want to talk about the automobile industry because I had watched a video today and it was describing how a lot of automobile parts come from China, go over the border to Mexico, come back over to America, go back over the border to Mexico, come back over to America, go back over the border to Mexico, and then comes back to America. So this is what I'm thinking. Are they going to have to pay tariffs for each time it goes and comes back, or are they going to pay one tariff? That's a very big question because if not, then it is literally going to raise prices on,
Well, if it goes
the
over the border to
manufacturer.
Mexico, we probably would only be paying the tariffs in Mexico.
Okay, so we have to buy the raw material from China. So we importing that and we have 10% tax, right? Then we have
Yeah.
to send it to Mexico so that they could do a few things. and then it comes back to America so they could do some stuff with chips, and then it goes back to Mexico so they could do some other things that they do on it too. And I mean, all these trade and rules and regulations that they had and agreements they signed years ago was for a reason, because they're doing things that they each we're not doing. Everybody's not doing one thing. Everybody's doing something different. So automobile prices, I think, are gonna get way higher than they already are. And during COVID, it was higher. Now we have 25% tariff tax, and I just don't think people are really understanding that this is gonna affect them. All those people who make T-shirts, fuck getting T-shirts from China. You might as well buy that in the U.S. and it's just gonna be just as expensive anyway because you're paying 10% tariff when you come into the United States from China. So nothing is no longer cheap. There's no cheap way to get something. You're going to pay full price for everything. So in turn,
We're
things are
paying more
going.
for it, is what you're trying to say?
Yeah, like where you think the tariffs are going? Who think who paying it? Trump? You think that like we send our bill to the IRS and be like, oh yes, we have $5,050 in tariffs. Please pay my shit.
Mm.
No, we can't get our shit unless we pay the tariff. It's gonna be attached to the
I
price.
did see what they were saying, that a lot of companies were trying to like stock up on like over like extra stock up on, like if now is the best time to own a 3PL warehouse. Like companies are trying to extra stock up on like shit because they're like they know these tariffs are coming and they don't want to pay the tariffs. So
I mean, well, the tariffs are already in effect, so it's gonna happen. One of the cool little tricks that save with tariffs, but Trump kind of closed that gateway for it. Shein and Timu, people who used to buy under $800 didn't have to pay certain taxes, but now that's closed. So now, well, not when I say closed, I mean closed, CLOSED. So they're gonna have to pay tariffs on stuff you even bringing in on those cheap things too. So I just think in the long run, I understand when they talk about trying to bring back make America great. I understand when they talk about bringing jobs back to America, but in turn, regardless of what is going on, like the only people who are going to be paying for this shit is us everyday civilians. And do we get raises because you're slapping tariffs on us? So if we are getting tariffed, do we get raises? If not, then I feel as though I need to start selling shit to Mexico and Canada and China so that I could try to make some money back from all these tariffs that I myself will have to pay. Like I need to find something that they need or want because it does not make sense.
um uh mm.
Yeah, so what I want to jump into now, since we're talking about tariffs,
I'm saying like I don't know, like I'm not gonna say that I don't think it's gonna wait. Oh, that's the next thing you can talk about. I'm not gonna say that the tariff's not gonna affect us. They're gonna affect us definitely,
so let
definitely.
me hear how you feel they're not going to affect us because
I didn't say
maybe
they're not
I'm.
gonna affect
So
us.
what do you think is going to happen? I want to hear your mindset on it. Like,
I was literally just saying I'm not saying they're not gonna affect us. They're definitely gonna affect us. But I don't know. It's just something that we got to see because even I think if I'm correct, we had tariffs on countries like this before.
yes, I
So
do. I'm really happy you brought that up. I actually made a note of this. I made a note of this. We had tariffs in 1930. In 1930, the Republican controlled the House of Representatives in effort to alleviate the Great Depression. They passed tariffs, which was the Howley Smooth Tariff Act, and that shit failed. We went into Greater Depression. So
mm,
I'm just really trying to understand, like, exactly where does this help us? He said that we were going to make more money. You mean the government going to make more money while we pay for that shit? Because in long term, unless I'm getting back taxes, unless I'm getting a refund for buying shit inside of the US, no matter if I bought shit inside of the US, it's still expensive because they still have to get shit to make the shit. Like everybody's shit is just gonna go up because inevitably it's just expensive.
mm,
So it just
right.
doesn't make any sense to me on that part of it. I really just want to understand how is he gonna put money back into the US, not economy, but back into the US pocket. Because you might as well just put more taxes on the public and then let us be able to buy cheaper shit if you just want more money. Because this is just affecting us. And again, the rich is not going to feel it because 10% of the shit that they already don't look at on their bill is nothing compared to the shit when people are living check to check, inflation is high, you don't get raises like that. You know, people are still fighting for minimum wage and certain shits. We have waitresses getting what 250, 225 an hour.
Well, that's because they get tips, though.
Who fuck a tip? We could get tip too. Any person who owns a business can get tip.
I feel like if they don't want to work the job, don't work it.
I just think as though it's still a job, and you getting a tip is an optional kind of a thing.
I mean, I hear you, but if they don't got to work that job, they obviously getting tips and they're making enough money to sustain their life. So I mean, come on, man.
So I wanted to talk about what is going to come from Mexico and what is going to come from Canada and these 25% tariffs that's going to be affecting us. All right. So we already talk about the number one thing,
Wait,
which
wait.
is
Can I say one thing before you say do all this?
don't read my list. Talk about
I know
something else that's not on my list.
I'm not gonna read your list. I'm just saying some of these things we literally don't even import that much of. Like we produce most of it in the U.S.
Okay.
So
So
that's not it.
when we go through the list, then you can, point it out. But I'm just
Okay.
saying what these things are. So a list of common food items expect to rise for both, well, not for both, but for Mexico, we'll start off. But we already know the avocados, tomatoes, bell peppers, cucumbers, strawberries, limes, mangoes, blueberries, bananas, grapes, corn, beans, beef, pork, shrimp, cheese, ice cream, snack foods, which I have no clue, tequila, right? Beer.
Oh my God! Not the tequila.
And
No,
the beer.
not the tequila.
Then for Canada, we have eggs, beef, pork,
Oh
salmon,
boy.
lobster, cheese, milk powder. Does that mean that baby milk is gonna be more, or does that mean it's just regular milk? I'm not too sure. Butter, wheat, which means bread will get more expensive. Oats, barley, canola oil. I use the hell out of the shit. That's why I just bought a big one. Apples, potatoes, maple syrup, whiskey, and beer. Right? Now, on top of all of these tariffs that's being added to us, here's the really cool thing. Not the United States, Canada decided that they have to put their foot down and try to stand up for themselves because if they do not, then this is just going to happen again and again and they're fed up of it. So, in retaliation to what is going on right now, what they have decided to do is pull or tell everybody to stop buying American made shit. It's just not happening. Don't even buy that shit.
But you know that's not gonna happen.
Well, the government gets to choose certain things, right? So they're no longer important from there. Then on top of that, they also said they're pulling all American liquor off the shelves.
I mean, okay, we don't have much American liquor though. When you think about it,
Hey, I don't know. I just know they're
the
pulling
only
stuff
American
off the
liquor I could think
shelves.
of that we would even
Let's
drink
watch what
is
he says.
damn,
Real
bro.
consequences for you.
Okay, go ahead.
No, you go ahead. What do you think?
Consistently said, tariffs against Canada will put your jobs at risk, potentially shutting down American auto assembly plants and other manufacturing facilities. They will raise costs for you, including food at the grocery store, gas at the pump. They will impede your access to an affordable supply of vital goods crucial for U.S. security, such as nickel, potash, uranium, steel, and aluminum. They will violate the free trade agreement that the president and I, along with our Mexican partner, negotiated and signed a few years ago. It doesn't have to be this way. As President John F. Kennedy said, many beyond that, it will have real consequences for you, the American people.
Is it a repeat?
As I have consistently said, tariffs against Canada will put your jobs at years ago. Geography has made us neighbors. History has made us friends. Economics has made us partners. And necessity has made us allies. Years ago, geography has made us.
I wish it had the next piece. So he just went on to talk about the retaliations part of it. And it was very cool to hear a representative talking about their shit just to see what is going to happen to us. So I'm excited to see how this plays out, but I'm also not excited because I'm on the shitty end of it.
Okay, I don't think we get our apples from Canada. Um, and all the fruit and shit you named. The thing we probably get from Canada is gas and oil, and he probably was right on the aluminum and nickel. But like, we don't get all that all that shit you read. We don't get none of that shit from Canada, bro. Like, and America produces like literally 99% of our own eggs. We don't get eggs from Canada. You know what I'm saying? So
So we produce 99% of our eggs. Why is our eggs so expensive then?
I don't know because the dairy cost or the cost they might be for to run the farm, and the farmers raise the price because of something like that, or the food for the chickens may have became more expensive because they got to get it from China. I don't know, but but the damn all of the eggs that flow through the U.S. comes from the U.S. Like literally 99%. Now we do get 90% of our avocados from Mexico. We're gonna be flirting on avocados, and that tequila, boy. If you thought some Don Julio costs a lot before, man, that shit finna probably skyrocket. Like that shit gonna be looking crazy.
Well, thank God I don't drink.
Um, but let me see. Mm, well, you don't pull up the list again? I ain't, like you went on so fast I couldn't even talk about nothing.
I mean, you could just ask like you just did.
Truth is, we don't really. This college student says living with.
Yeah, like damn, I forgot what I was gonna say about Canada too. It said something about I forgot what you was talking about, but yeah, I doubt we get wheat from Canada. I mean, you got to think about how cold Canada is. Some of this shit, potatoes maybe, but like some of this shit is like, you know what I'm saying?
Bro, they're putting it on the list here because this is some things that we get. Like this is on the list here because we get these things. This is not an imaginary list that they have that they're telling
Okay,
us, okay? This is the list that they bring in. Whether it is 1%, 0.5%, they supply shit to the US and that's what they supply.
okay,
Now, if you want to think about it, Canada as a country, and just like the United States, if we were supposed to put all of our resources, it would be longer than that list. So this is literally what they actually supply. And then if you go over here, it says that immediately respond to President Trump, blah blah blah, pushback against new policies as well, imposing a 25% tariff and amounting up to $155 billion.
okay.
Right?
I will say this: I think the tariff things would affect us and with stuff we get from Mexico more than Canada.
So
And
now we'll have no more avocado for the next 4 years.
not even just avocados. I mean, limes, mangoes, blueberries, banana. I'm pretty sure we get all that shit from Mexico. You know what I'm saying? Like,
So no more mixed drinks.
I don't know. I'm just saying. I'm pretty sure we get all that shit from Mexico. I'm gonna be 100% real. Bell peppers, all that shit. I'm pretty sure the Mexicans be farming that shit out there. You know what I'm saying?
I really love red bell peppers. Don't do this shit to me.
I believe that we get most of that shit from Mexico.
I need to go get some shit so I can start growing this
You know what
shit.
I'm saying? But I don't know about all that shit on the Canada list. I just can't. Um,
You just don't import it so you don't see it.
we said what?
You don't import it so you don't see it.
I don't import it. So hey, move you, Duchess, go. Cause you no, don't put your head on the stand, Duchess. Go, move,
Why is this so hard?
go, go.
I can't get this
Shit. Yeah, I think it's still straight. All right.
shit. It's crazy.
And then like with the whole like they're not gonna import American stuff. Like we're pop culture. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Okay, we're gonna pop that shit back to you.
That's not necessarily true. Even China tries to stop their people from getting our shit and they still want it. You
It
can't
doesn't.
stop the world from wanting what is popular.
It doesn't change about wanting what is popular. It's just about in areas where the government have any type of control, they will not be giving their money to us, and that's it.
I understand that, but you
They
can't stop
even
them
said
Canadians from buying American
they
shit.
even said for all government liquor stores like those ABCs,
Hmm.
take out all American liquor.
Okay, I get it. I get it. But all you gonna do when you start doing shit like that is you gonna create a war. You know what happened when Russia tried to do that?
No, I do not.
They actually created one of the biggest like black markets for American goods in Russia. They be putting it in movies and shit all the time. Like Russians were going crazy over Levi jeans because they couldn't get Levi jeans, so they wanted it even more.
Not going to say no about it. Just at the end of the day, like these laws don't get put into place so that people can't buy stuff. People who could afford to buy stuff will just still buy it and pay the extra 25% or pay more for what you know it
Especially
is.
if you take it off the. It's one thing to say don't buy it, but if you take it off the shelf, now you're making it like rare and like they really really want it now. You know
But
what I'm
like
saying?
we in the day and age where we can just buy shit from our phone.
I
So
get you.
it's not gonna ever be rare.
Oh, I'm just saying people are gonna. You can't if you
Rare
take.
is plutonium, you know?
No, I'm just saying you make it. It is making it more rare because if you like, let's say if you in Canada and you walk in a shoe store and you can't see any Nikes or Jordans. Now, if you wearing Nikes or Jordans, that probably makes you even more cool.
All right, so let me try to put this in perspective. As a person who came from a third world country, where most stuff like that we want is not there, we have to just wait an extra 2 weeks. It's okay, 2 more weeks,
I am
one more
not
month.
saying no, but everybody just don't got it to get it like that. I'm pretty sure if you, a lot of people with their parents, like kids and whatnot, when they ask their mom for some shoes, if when she take you in that shoe store, if one of them shoes you want ain't in this show, well then you ain't finna get no other shoe.
Okay, so now I'm just trying to understand, like, if you just accepted that they're not going to pay for it, they don't have the money for it, like, what now? Do we just move on and buy something
No,
else?
I'm just saying that I feel like if you start trying to ban American product, it's just gonna get even more cooler.
Okay.
It just makes it more cool to wear it now. Um, but I'm surprised Trump's starting all this beef with our fucking neighbors. Why he ain't try to start beef with Europe or some shit? Why he starting beef with Canada and Mexico? Like I don't get that part. Why our neighbors
I mean, his whole thing is he just feel as though American shouldn't have to pay this much.
pay this
And
much for what?
Americans should we should be making money from all the imports and stuff that we give out. But what he failed to realize is when he start telling people, "Oh, we're putting tariffs on you," that they could put tariffs on us too. But at the end of the day, this does not affect anybody but regular working people. So I just really want to understand, like, where do we get this money back from that all these tariffs are making? Like, where
I
does
don't
it
know, but
come
you know what
in?
I just
Because
thought
it's
of?
infrastructure.
You
Like,
probably it's probably good money if you want to be a farmer right now, boy.
hell yeah.
That's probably good fucking money right there.
Because this shit is just wrong.
Which one? Which you want to pick off the list? Which
Corn.
you want corn? I don't think corn's. I don't think corn's good for growing in Florida. It's too hot.
Well, shit, grow anything at this point in time. Just food. Apples. Apples take too long. Potatoes. Potatoes is a good one. I grow some beans. What about we just get some pigs and and some cows? Shit.
Oh, it says Florida is a top producer of fresh market sweet corn in the United States.
And we pay $6 for a pack. I just gotta put that out there. It's still not cheap. It's not cheap. At least that's not cheap to me. I remember, you know what? I think I'm just a little bit spoiled. I remember when corn was 50 cents, you know?
Man, we finna be farmers, y'all. This we finna be the OD Farm podcast, man.
So
Yes.
this is what I did write it down. I didn't know I wrote it down until I seen it here. So the trade war, BC liquor store sales to stop buying liquor from red states.
Wait, what?
British Columbia liquor sales to stop buying liquor from red states. Remove
Red
mo-
states? You mean like Republican states?
Yeah, but I really just think they were just talking about that's what I think. But to me, it's gonna be the U.S. Remove most popular brands and government store and stop buying American goods. That's the
Oh, okay.
initiative,
All right.
and
So
it's the same initiative that the government is giving to people who work in the U.S. You know, which is buy American goods and we give you cheaper taxes. So now people in Canada, Canadian government is saying, buy Canadian shit and we give you taxes, less taxes. So
Mhm.
now we'll come on to the point of which is cheaper.
But here's the thing, though. I'm just going to point it out. We're pop culture. They don't have that much stuff that people want.
Bro, where on this food here did you see jeans?
What are you talking about?
Where on this list here did you see jeans?
I'm not talking about the food though. I'm
Did
talking.
you see any handbags? Did you see clothes on there? Did you see
No,
any inanimate objects?
no.
Okay, so we're not even talking about other things that they could supply, right? We're just talking about just food. So this is just food.
I know, but the tariffs that the U.S. put on those countries is on all of our products like that though. All our
And what you
clothing and
think?
shoes and
You
all that
think they're
stuff.
just choosing it for just
No, I'm just saying we do have to they. Never mind. Let me move on. All right, so top crops to grow in Florida they say are citrus fruits, oranges, tomatoes, sugarcane, peppers, watermelon, sweet potatoes, and corn, obviously.
well, we can grow some bell peppers and tomatoes because we're getting it from Mexico right now with a 20% added tax.
It
So
says collard greens, beets, carrots, kale. Yep, all this stuff that's good to grow. I guess Florida's just a good place to grow shit at. He say, "What's good? What's good, Joe Black? What's up? What's up? What's up, bro?"
did you hear about
No, I
38
didn't hear
people,
about.
38
Oh.
people hurt. United Airlines was bound from Washington to Lagos. No, from Lagos, Nigeria to Washington. An hour into the flight, some shit happened. They had to turn that plane around and
What it was? It failed engine or something? Was that the one that had the engine? Something going on with the
no,
engine?
the engine didn't fail. I don't know exactly what had happened, but they were having
Bro,
issues.
flying from Africa to Washington. What in the hell is going?
So 787 Boeing.
Bro, you know how far that is?
Bro, I've been on a plane for 12 hours.
Over the ocean? Nigga, I would be
Yeah,
scared as shit.
I
I
was
don't.
on the plane for
I, I
12
don't. I don't
hours.
know if I'm ready for that flight. I don't know if I'm ready to cross the Atlantic like that, boy. That's crazy. Or the Pacific. That's crossing the Pacific. Oh
You
no,
just sleep. You
man,
sleep when you eat.
scary.
I cried. I just wanted to get off the plane. I was just really fed up. I was really young, and my grandparents were sitting down next to each other, but I was sitting down next to a stranger. And I had it together. I had it together until the end. And I was just like, I can't do it anymore. I was like, I can't do it. I just want to get off the plane. And then the guy was really nice. And he was like, look out the window. See, that's land. We're so close. We're so close. You almost got it. So, I mean, I get it.
Man.
It's just a long flight, but people do it. We just fly.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. I would have had to pay for Wi-Fi or something. Ain't no way nigga would have been sitting on that bitch doing nothing. But nigga would have to do something on that
I
bitch.
think they might offer Wi-Fi on flights that are that long. They offer so
Hell
much
yeah.
shit. You get food and shit like
I would have
lunch
had
and dinner.
like we would have like if I had like Car DS, nigga, I would have beat an entire game. Nigga would have beat all of Mario in one sitting. Just sitting there. You had no choice but to goddamn.
I guess my issue with this is it's a lot of 787 Boeings that are getting.
McSwagger, what's up, boy? What's up?
It's a lot of 787 Boeing planes that are being talked about, and I'm just really curious if this is a human error thing that's affecting these 787 planes because they actually started grounding a lot of flights. Like if you Atlanta airport cancel like majority of the flights. Like every
Wait,
shit was
wait. What you
canceled.
talking about?
Atlanta airport, there's
You
some
talking about
planes.
like recently?
Yes.
Okay, so what
A
happened?
lot of the flights were just canceled, and I'm just curious to know because the planes that are getting into these accidents are 787 Boeings. I'm wondering if they were grounding the 787 Boeings instead of and then letting Airbuses go off instead, which is a different type of plane, or is it just all planes? I just don't know. Then I also heard a conspiracy theory. I call it a conspiracy theory, but I just don't know if it's real or not. They're saying there's like signals that are interrupting in the cockpit when the person is doing what they do. So they think they're supposed to be going this way, but they go the next way and stuff like that. And I just don't know if it's true or not because I didn't see too much of it.
I don't know. If I'm in the airport and all the flights get canceled, I'm going home. I'm not booking enough. I'm too scared. I'm like, what just happened?
All of them didn't get canceled, but a lot did.
Oh, okay.
A lot did.
Cause me, but I'm like, I'm going home. Fuck that, bro. What's going on? I ain't got no time for that. I ain't got no time for that. Uh, uh.
How can I do this?
He said I still have my Game Boy.
Oh, I
You would have
wish.
brought that bitch from the plane. But I remember I had a game on my Game Boy. It was like Rocket Power or some shit like that. And I remember we had me and my parents went on a long ass like car trip or whatever. You know, I think we was driving. We might have been driving from South Carolina to Florida or some shit. And nigga, I sat there and tried to beat that whole game in that car ride, and I never could beat that motherfucker. And then I really never could beat it, but I played that bitch the whole goddamn ride. Hold up, y'all. Let me back out so I can
Oh,
see. So I can see.
shucks.
Let me back out so I can see all the chats. Hold up.
How do I get into my profile? What is my user name?
He said, "We are the consumer nation. Everyone wants to be a part of our market so they can sell and make more than enough for their country's GDP. But the tariffs will cost them more than us. They will give in. Watch." That's what I was trying to tell you.
Or is this after like we already have to pay all these tariffs?
No, I'm trying to tell you, we do not get that much stuff from Canada.
Look,
Canada gets way more shit from us.
I totally am okay with that. But nonetheless, all this extra money that we're gonna make on the tariffs, how is it going to help us?
Oh, I don't know. I have no idea.
Like, because
I wish he would have gave like 10% to.
he gave 10% to
That's what I'm
China.
saying. Like, why he gave them 25 and then gave 10 to China? You
Well,
know
I
why?
think
You
I
know
have a
why though?
reason.
Because we get a lot of shit from China, don't it? That why.
We do, but I have another reason for it. So have you ever heard of Crink?
It's talking about some lots of space on the couch today. We actually are not beefing right now. We good,
Have
man.
you ever heard of Crink?
Crink.
Yeah. So Elon Musk, oh actually no, let me not say that. So Crank, let me find
You say
one.
because we owe China a lot of money. I guess, man. I just don't like how we doing. Nigga, we people take trips to Mexico. People take trips to Canada. People we like Drake's from Canada, man. Damn,
What the fuck does Drake have to do with the
man,
shit?
you Drizzy.
Drizzy this bitch.
What you mean, OVO? You goddamn.
XO, VVO,
The weekend from
PNLMN.
Canada
That
too.
almost sounded like some LGBTQ shit I've seen.
No, the weekend from Canada too, bro. And Tory Lanez.
Okay, so Crank is Croatia, Russia. Let me sure I have this right.
I don't know, bro. I just feel like it's wrong to do Canada like that. Mexico too, but you know,
Let me find what I want to
Mexico had it
find.
coming. They keep on with that shit. You say everyday people won't make money off tariffs. Everything will go up. I mean, I didn't think anything. You say move back to Canada. Then I'm not from Canada. It's a power play on Canada. Yeah, I just don't know why though. I don't know why they felt like they had to do a power play on Canada. Canada ain't never would like try us or nothing. LOL, where's the last time? I ain't never been to Mexico. I'm just saying it's a big tourist spot. People like to go to what the fuck that place in Mexico called? Shit. Cancun. People like to go to Cancun and shit. I'm just saying.
Okay, so Crank. Let me give you some insider news on this shit. So, who are the Kryn, the countries from the new axis of evil in the world? What they want?
What in the hell are we talking about
Just
right now?
well, if you let me talk. So, Kryn is China, Russia, Iran, and North Korea, right? And these countries came together and they met last year, and it's the first time they've met since World War II.
Hmm.
And I believe that when they met, they were trying to come up with some new ways and liberations. As they were talking about it, what the information was put out was they were trying to come up with new ways in order
Aid Russia.
to aid themselves because everybody else makes so much money, but these countries don't, and they do so much.
China makes hella money.
So they were trying to figure out a way on how to change the economic system so that they can gain more.
What are these countries? You mean like Iran and North Korea?
China, Russia,
Well,
Iran, and
China
North
makes hella
Korea.
money.
It doesn't matter. So the Legion seeks to increase its global influence and reduce Western hegemony by controversially promoting authoritarian governments and illiberal policies while military and economically aiding Russia aggression against Ukraine. Now again, these this group have not met since World War II.
Mm-hmm.
They met last year.
Okay.
If that does not make you have to stop to think,
Think what?
like, yo, this is not okay with them meeting.
Why? I mean, it's a bad thing. It's called the axis of evil. I mean, but it's a bad thing they're meeting. But I promise to you, like when I say the strongest military on earth, it's a very simple fact. But and Russia showed their ass trying to invade Ukraine. They can't. They fucking come on. And then, I mean, China, yeah. But that's what I'm trying to say. Basically, basically what you just told me is China's helping all those countries. Those are all the countries China's helping because all those countries can't even help them fucking selves.
No, they're working with each other.
They China don't need no help from none of them countries. All them countries just must be getting aid from China. That's all it is. Because they literally the only power country in that all those countries is China. Russia done bust their ass, can't even beat Ukraine. Iran, who the fuck? What? North Korea? Oh, come on. They people starving and shit. So
Well, I wanted to bring that up because I really thought that was crazy. Also in Texas, they shut down the 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 line that you call to tell.
he said, hold on. He said, I got a question. Big picture. Are Russia, China, Iran wrong for not wanting to answer to America? Um, no. I think they have their own prerogative. They're their own
Yeah,
country. They're an independent country. They should be able to do whatever they want to do. They're their own country.
and they want the best for their country, and I get it.
I mean, I'm not. I don't think they're wrong for anything they do with their own country, as long as they don't like have any ill for the U.S. Like they're trying to do something to us. They should be able to do their own thing. But I don't think like y'all coming for us now. Wait, what's up? Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Well, I don't know. It's kind of hard to think you're not in some kind of way gonna end up coming for people
What you mean?
when um usually this group never meets. They just don't meet the way that they met.
So wait. You're telling me that you believe just because this group met, that means it has to mean something bad for us.
I think because they met, it could not potentially mean something bad for us, but we need to be
Can
very
I
wary of it,
can
considering the fact that the last time they met was
can I ask you
World War
something?
Two.
Can I ask you something? That doesn't matter. I don't. All right. So let me just say
No,
my
this
point.
this
Can I say something real quick? So these countries want to meet or whatever. What's wrong with them having their little Asian coalition or their Eastern Europe? I mean, Western. Wait, what is it? No, yeah, Eastern European slash Asian union together. When the fucking European Union got together and they came up with their own currency and they decided that all the Europe was going to be together, nobody was like, "Oh, they're going to band together again, and we need to watch out for them." We wasn't thinking that when they did it, so why we got to think it when they do it?
hey, to each his own, right? So when I hear this story, I know that these presidents have met multiple
See, this is what he say. He
times.
say we just always want in on everything. Yeah, I'm just saying that I don't think this means anything. Could be anything bad for us. Like if they want to meet together so they can become stronger, that does not mean anything for us unless they make it something for us.
So I believe that these presidents have met separately at many points in time. So they like know each other. Like China may have met with Russia
What's
on
wrong?
a
Okay,
one-on-one,
okay,
right?
yeah,
But the fact that you're going to come together as a group now to talk means that I wanna like
bro. There
I
are
just
like
don't feel
20
comfortable.
European countries that goddamn come together and meet like every year.
And when do they start wars?
They started the last two world wars. Are you serious?
Okay.
The last two world wars were literally started because of Europe.
They have these meetings. The meetings that you're talking about are something that happen on a yearly basis. It happens.
Oh,
They
but
meet.
I am just
It's a
saying
regular, not
that's
nothing
but
irregular.
what I'm saying is
This is
if
a
they
like regular meeting.
what I'm saying is just because they want to get together and they want to create their pact in their way, what is wrong with them doing that?
And as I said, I don't have
You
an
know
issue.
when we should be worried?
So I
If
don't.
like India joined too,
So I don't.
or like
I don't have an issue with it. Just as I said, like my initial instinct is it's not okay. Your initial instinct is you don't see anything wrong with it.
I
That's
just
your
think we should. I
opinion.
just
That's
think we
not my
should.
opinion.
I think we should give them a fair chance and let them try to
Well,
do their
great. That's how
thing.
you feel.
Yeah.
I don't feel like that.
I do. I mean, look, if we're gonna go off of history, they literally none of those countries literally have ever started anything. None of them. None of them. North Korea didn't even start nothing with no other country. They was trying to turn Korea communist, and they split from North South Korea. So they went. It was a war against North Korea and South Korea, and then the U.S. joined that shit. It, literally, they none of those countries have ever bothered anyone. None of them. I mean, Russia kind of do all the time, but besides for Russia,
So you're not. Look, you got your opinion. I got mine. I don't feel comfortable with it.
well,
I just feel as though like yo, it's a little suspect, like cool. And if someone was supposed to happen, won't be surprised. You know, if we figure out they're working together, not surprised in any form or fashion.
no,
Just like you think it's cool and I don't. It's
yeah.
okay, and I accept
And I
that.
and I definitely don't see Russia as a threat. They showed their ass. They can't do shit. Um,
But that is good for you. I'm happy you feel that way.
Hell yeah, Russia can't do shit. Now China, they the power play in there. I feel like all that shit is saying is that China's helping all those countries. That's basically all it's saying. All of those countries need China's aid, and China will gladly give it to you.
Yeah, for a price.
Hell yeah. He say there are two different ideologies. That's the difference: the free world versus communism. I love how Honey Boo stays so peaceful and calm, even when you cut her off and get animated. She's very respectful. Cherish that. um we should be worried if India or Saudi Arabia joins. That's what I was saying. We should be worried if a actual another power play joins China. But all those other countries are straight shit right now. Like they not doing nothing. So there's no threat. Now, but if India, now you got Japan joining, now you got shit like now you should be worried. You know what I'm saying? Like, nah.
Yeah, I'm so worried about that shit. Hold on, I got more.
Russia's a superpower. No, they're not, bro. They fallen off the map.
Oh, that's the next thing I wanted to talk about. This is actually really funny to me. So in Texas, the line that you call the hotline talking about reporting immigrants, like say, hey, they're immigrants here in Texas, there's a
Yeah.
line, the reporting line. They shut the line down because everybody calling and reporting
White
Elon
people.
Musk.
Oh.
And I think it's fucking hilarious
That is
because
funny.
he's not an American citizen. He was born outside of
Like South
here.
America, South Africa.
So he should definitely get deported if any of us people
Why?
who
He's a
have.
legal citizen. You that's the same as you.
I know, but there are other legal citizens who are getting deported
I
too.
haven't heard of that.
Also, people who were born in the country even after their parents were here and they had legal papers after. They may have gotten in illegally, they fixed everything. The kids are born in the country legally, and you're going to take those kids and send them off. But then you let somebody else become part of the government and then have this much
I
say and
I
play.
I hadn't I haven't seen anything on that. I haven't seen anything on
Well,
that happening.
that is what they're talking about when they say take away the neutralization from boot, right?
I know, but they haven't done it yet.
Well, as far as I've seen, like there have been a lot of videos with people who the girl who talked about, oh, I have to go back to my parents' country, even though I've never been to my parents' country, even though my parents were here legally, like we're deport, we're deported, like we're getting deported, and I have to
Mhm.
go back to a country I've never been. And she was born in the U.S., went to school in the
Oh
U.S.
yeah, I did. I think I did see that.
Right? So now I'm in this position thinking to myself, like, wow, I'm really happy
Wait,
everybody is calling, reporting Elon Musk because technically he is, even though legally he's here.
I know,
There's a
but
lot of other legal
that just
people.
sounds crazy to me for you hoping for anyone who's an actual citizen to like get because if they could do that to that person, then that means they could do that to you.
Why did you think I say I want it to happen? I don't say I
Oh,
want it to happen. I just think it's absolutely funny because, again, I'm going off of me seeing stories where other people who have
I
citizenship
get you. I
are
got you.
getting deported. So that is why Texas shut down their hotline because everybody is calling in and reporting Elon Musk. And it's
Hmm.
fucking hilarious. And don't get funnier than that because he is not born an American citizen.
Okay, hold on. A little hot. Switch a little bit. All right. So Buddy says he's still claiming that Russia's a superpower. He said you really don't know anything, bruh. LOL, Google it if you need to. All right, bitch, I'll Google it. Is Russia a superpower? It's gonna say sidekick.
But I don't even care if Russia's a superpower.
Yes.
When you talk to him about that.
Mm, See, all right. So here we go. It says throughout the Soviet era, the Soviet Union was one of the world's two superpowers. However, after the dissolution of the Soviet Union and the Russian Federation, as a successor state, as of today, has fallen out of its superpower status. That's what Google says. Right there. You see right there?
Bro, don't show
No,
me
I
that
was
shit.
just.
I'm not trying to.
I'm not arguing with you. I'm talking about Buddy. What's wrong with you?
You trying to show it to me, but I told you I already don't care.
I was just showing you so you can know what
I
Buddy.
mean, you telling it to me. That's not enough.
Because you want to pie. I'm trying to goddamn just saying. You see, it's fucking, they say they're not a superpower.
Look, I don't really like believe Google too much, but I do believe Google, but I also don't. So I don't know about you, but I'll just tell you my two little tinkly cents with it. If I were trying to do anything, the last thing I would do is show my hand before I play my hand.
What do you mean?
So we don't know what they could have. We don't know what they.
What you mean they could have?
I don't know. All I know is that people
Wait.
who are going to show people who will play a hand, a smart person is not going to show their hand before they play their
Okay, so what would you say? What terms would you use to consider a country a superpower?
hand. I would just say probably having a lot of weaponry.
Just a
Having
lot of weapons. Well, they don't have that. They can't even beat Ukraine.
okay, well, I just know if they're working with other people who have stuff and who they could get stuff from, who is to say
Yeah,
that
they
they don't
need
have things?
aid.
Yes, but you getting aid also doesn't mean that you're not gonna use that aid or do shit with it to do other things. I don't know. All I know is
I mean,
I
they
will
could do
not
other things, but that doesn't make them a superpower.
just because Google says it's not a superpower and you can't find any information on that, again, my answer still remains
Any information on what?
them not being a superpower
I can find
because
more information on them.
okay, it doesn't matter what you find. I think that you're missing my point
You
right
feel
here.
like people don't show their hands. Well,
Until they
well,
play their
I would
hand.
say one of the things that show that you're a superpower is you having trade with the entire world and having economic some type of economic stability. And literally the entire world cut off Russia as soon as they invaded Ukraine. That's another reason why they need aid. She's saying Russia's not going to show their strength if they're going to plan on doing something. They're going to continue to let people think they're weak, which we do. I do think they're weak right now. I think they're struggling. The Russian people are getting tired of it. I mean, the country's literally struggling. I don't know if you. I'm just saying, like this is how could the country be so powerful that's struggling like that? It just doesn't make any sense. China is thriving. You could clearly see China
Look,
thriving.
you already told me your point,
Yeah, I'm
and
just
I'm
saying,
really grateful for it.
China's
But my
clearly
my answer
thriving.
still remains the same. Like I get what you're saying. It's not that I do not. I
Hmm.
hear your points, all of them. My answer still does not change. I
Okay.
still feel the exact same way.
Okay.
If they are meeting and gathering and talking to these people, what is to say the aid that they are getting is not this? I don't know. I'm not trying to show or prove nothing, but I do know smart people do not show their hand before they play their hand. And some good news now, Costco, there are a lot of people who have just like canceled so many of their subscriptions and where they shop based on DEI drawbacks for workplaces. And I gotta give some credit to Costco because they have had so much onboarding that stocks are actually dropping on Target and other places as well. And I just really had to point that out because Walmart stocks is going down, Target stocks is going down, Sam stocks is going down, but Costco is going up. People are diligently waiting in line and they're patient, standing in our line to get groceries. I don't got it in me. I'm so sorry. I support, but I do not got that patience in me. But I really it's really great to see people unite because at a point in time this is what is gonna make us us. This is what is gonna show like, the people do have power if we stand as one to support whatever we wanna support. So it was something really cool that I had seen and I was really surprised about it. But on that note, I do. Wait, hold on. Let me go to the chat because I'm not reading the chat. The United States, China, and Russia considered the world's top three superpowers. I'm curious what you Google. Well, you'll have to ask him. So when he come back, he'll talk about that. I didn't Google shit. I just said smart people don't play their hands. Russia has the largest natural gas reserve in the world and second largest coal reserves, eighth largest oil reserves, and the largest oil um reserve in Europe.
That's what
That's
America
what
wants.
America wants.
Oh yeah, yeah, I understand that. And he asked what I googled. I googled, is Russia still a world superpower? And Google told me no. Now Russia is, according to world GDP, Russia is top 3 in the world. But I'm talking about them as a country.
But since we're still in Russia and China and shit, I'm gonna hop
Hey,
back.
them Russians might hop on this bitch now. They might hack us now,
Don't
though.
care.
You know what I'm saying?
So I've great. Give me some more views. Um, I do want to talk about it. China said that they're suing the U.S. because it's violating the World Trade Organization rules.
It is.
So they're gonna sue the U.S. and we'll see how this goes. And I do agree with them, because so much things like that just affects everyday people. That's not the government. That it's not to say that the government don't win from it, but it it trickles down right into your economy to the every single day people. And I just don't agree with that because I am not getting shit back from these tariffs again until I see some kind of mandate stating that we would get, I don't know, uh more fuck, more swimming pools or community centers for kids or better roads or cheaper taxes. Unless I see something coming back for the people, fuck this shit. Like I understand what he doing, but it's affecting us. Like tell me the pay is gonna raise if you're gonna charge more for shit. Because how are they gonna make this work for people? It doesn't make any
Mm,
sense to me. I'm just really fortunate that I'm not in a position.
I'm glad you ain't got to deal with this shit. Imagine if you work
Yeah.
for the government, you had to deal with this shit like actually personally. Like you'd be so stressed at
No,
work.
I will be going to work and coming off. I fuck 5 o'clock
Mm.
p.m. I gotta go, clock out, come home.
Imagine you had to deal with this shit personally. You had to deal with him every day or some shit. But fuck that.
You know what? In situations like that, you just have to do what is called the job. You smile. You smile and you say the things. I actually had somebody who did that shit to me, and I wasn't even mad or mad at the person. I just was kind of surprised that something needed to get done and they didn't get it done. And then they didn't even have the audacity to tell me that they didn't get it done, even though I was pre planning for other things to accommodate them. And I was like, you didn't even have the audacity to just like say you didn't have the shit done. I was like, I'm not cool with that at all. And the person was so positive. Like, okay, okay. And it didn't make any sense to me because I'm like, but are you fine? Like, are you normal? Like, regular people just have a conversation and say, but you keep in this face, like, bro, I know you gotta be talking some shit. I know you're talking this shit to your friends, you're talking shit to your dog, you're talking shit to I don't know who, but somebody's hearing bullshit because there's no way you can on a daily basis walk around and have this mundane, no caring attitude. Like nobody's like that. But crazy as shit.
Okay. Say communist suing capitalists.
That's funny. Yo, I don't know if this is a real law. I did not check it up. So let me do my research first and then I'll talk about it because I think it's a crazy law.
All right. Y'all can ask us questions, chat. If y'all got a question for us, drop it in there. We'll definitely answer them. We're going strong. We try to keep it going for another half hour to an hour. So y'all don't get bored. What you mean get bored? Like doing our podcast? I mean, normally we talk. I mean, we talk to each other. We got our own topics. We talk to the chat. So I mean, it's pretty much a segment we block off to do our podcast. So no.
All right, guys. So I did find this information, and I'm still seeing it on the news. So I'm gonna read it out to y'all. And if it's fake, y'all just hop in, chime in, let me know, and update me if y'all find other things out. So Tennessee passes a law making it a Class E felony for elected officials to vote against Trump's immigration policy. So you telling me if these motherfuckers that you guys voted to put into place to vote and do shit and represent the state, if the state officials decide to disagree with the president, they're going to get a felony slapped onto their record and get put into jail because they do not agree with him. If this is not a
Mm.
clear sign of communism, I gotta call this because
Wait, you said he get a felony if he do what?
so listen one more time because I don't feel like you be listening because I gotta repeat the whole thing over.
No, I really just, I heard this. I wouldn't even have been able to ask what I just asked if I wasn't listening. I'm just like, what? So wait, if he doesn't follow what Trump says, I don't get it.
Yes, Tennessee passes a law making it a Class E felony for elected officials to vote against Trump immigration policy.
Vote against?
Yes. What are you confused about?
There's a vote.
Yeah, stuff have to like get voted into states and shit like that. So when the president says something, everybody don't just roll with it. Every state has an option to decline, accept shit like that. He's making it, and Tennessee passed a law making it a Class E felony for elected officials to vote against Trump's immigration policy.
That should be illegal.
I know, but for some reason, it's on the news, and I'm not really like understanding the shit because I can't even believe they tried to even make this shit a bill.
He said one step closer to King Trump rule. He said, I did ask a question. You ever had to shoot something? What, like a film, a movie? What do you mean? Um, well, yeah. That Trump can get his little rule all he want. That man old, man. Y'all realize that. That man ain't gonna stay alive that long. You ain't got to put up with Trump that long, bro. That man old as hell.
He's not at all.
He's the oldest president ever to be elected.
And he looks pretty not that old.
Just because you look not old don't mean you're not old.
Hey, they always say, the people who stay active and move, and he looked like he played golf every day apparently. So yeah, you know, he should be just fine. As
Mm.
far as I'm concerned, he's making his 4 years true. Solid.
Hey, he making motherfucker remember him. I ain't gonna lie, motherfucker gonna remember Trump, and Trump is going to be in the history books.
Forever.
Like, he is going to be remembered. I'll tell you that much. He for sure gonna be remembered. Yes, sir.
Yeah, that's just some crazy shit that I did see. I was like, that is the craziest shit that I've ever seen. Didn't even believe something
They're
like
talking
that
about
could
some bruh.
happen.
Americans is already talking about Trump's son being next in power. They really want their family to rule our country like that? That's crazy. That got to be like a cult or something.
Oh, okay. So just before I go off the other topics, I'm gonna talk about the 10 companies that are committed to DEI. If you guys are willing to support, companies that are doing it, Costco, Ben and Jerry, Macy's, Old Navy, Nordstrom, TJ Maxx, Dollar Tree, Walgreens, which is so fucking expensive, Kroger, and Publix, okay? So these are all the groceries which do support DEI. If you can choose one, and Kroger, you can buy them groceries online and they come to your door, okay? I just want to put this out there. If you want to support, this is how you do it. Choose to buy from people who choose to support. Now, all these secretly try to take all their DEI. So they didn't make any kind of announcement. They just took it off on the site, so it's no longer available. And then they try to tell you go to corporate office, but then it clearly says it's not available.
I'm like, do people really care about that?
Yeah, a
That's
lot of people. You know what? I'm gonna be real. I'm not renewing my Sam's. My Sam's membership is
people.
going to end, and I'm
You
going to
think people?
drive to the next place that I could or buy groceries online from Kroger. I would do it because it means that you support other people.
I don't know.
You support fairness, and I'm for fairness.
I don't believe that. But
Again, you had mentioned DEI is not only gonna support, black people, but I support all those other people who in DEI too. And I want them to be able to, feel comfortable and not feel like, oh, I need to be that scared walking out my house, so I can't get a job or shit like that.
how you scared to walk out your house because of DEI?
Well, it's not really about just DEI. When I talk about walk out your house, I was thinking about ICE as well, and DEI not being inclusive. And you can't even go to the mall as a Hispanic, in like Miami, because there's so much ICE officers walking around the place. And even if you were a legal American born Spanish speaker, like, dang, you could be targeted just because you look Hispanic, just like that Hispanic girl who was Canadian. Things like that is not okay with me. And I'm also black.
See, I'm all right. So the reason I'm gonna say I don't really agree with you is because like I be out the house, like I go to work, like I work with Hispanics and shit, and like I talk to them and shit, and they're not even acting like the way they're not even
You hear what I just said?
what?
Miami. Do you know what Miami is?
Yeah,
Okay, do we look like we Miami?
no.
Okay, so we don't have the same things that are going on in highly populated Hispanic areas. If we lived in a highly populated Hispanic
Well, I
area,
mean, there's a lot of Hispanics in Jacksonville.
not saying no, just saying highly populated, right? It's easier to find them in the mall because everybody looking Spanish. It's crazy.
I don't know, and I remember I was talking to you. I talked to somebody who I work with who's literally from Colombia. He don't even speak that much good English. He be trying to learn English at work and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like that motherfucker. Like I ain't worried about that shit.
So just because he not worried, everybody else shouldn't be.
No, I'm just saying like it's not that.
Also, because you talk to one person and they
He's
kind of
not the only
okay.
one I talked to.
All I can say is you seen the story in Jacksonville where they were supposed to check in with their officer.
Who?
It's not even parole officer. It's like a travel officer or something. And ICE made a fake attempt and made them go there and then deported people from Jacksonville. That's that's crazy. That's
Well,
crazy. You legally here.
literally, I'm this is what the Hispanics that I work with told me. They said no, they're not just deporting anyone who's an immigrant. They're deporting people who have
A record.
yes, a record. That's what they told me. They're like they're not just coming for all of us.
All right, so thank God I don't have a record. So you telling me if I was supposed to end up being in a car that had some shit going on in it, and then I somehow, even though somebody else take the blame, got pulled into it in some form or fashion, and I was a good citizen for the next 5 or 6 years of my life and had nothing else, that means that I have
They
to get
deporting your
deported.
ass. Yes, they is.
All right, and
And
that's
first
why I
of all,
just don't.
that's not true. If you're in a car and someone takes claim of force in the car, then you do not get charged to.
Look, I hear you.
Now
It's
if
not
they
my story. It's not my story.
now if they don't claim it, now all y'all ass getting charged.
It's just a matter of fact, like,
Somebody got to say his minds for everybody to be saved.
hala.
That would be the
What's
good
up
friend.
with hala? Oh, shit, hiccup. Oh, she do have hiccup. Yeah, like, I just don't agree with it. So you're not gonna see me. Yeah, it's just
I'm not saying I don't agree
Wait,
with
hold on. I
ICE.
gotta click on this.
I'm not saying I agree with ICE. I'm just saying that sometimes when you be talking about this stuff, I'll be like, I think you taking it like a little drastic because like out in the world, like when I go outside, it don't seem that drastic.
Oh, so because it's just not at your front door, you don't care
What do
about
you mean?
everybody else who front door is kind of fucked up.
No, I asked people, I asked the nigga at work, I was like, you not worried? He's like,
So let me ask you a question. You already pointed out that this guy is a well-off
"Mhm,
Hispanic, right?
mhm."
What about the poor Hispanics?
I told you he don't want to ask to talk to all the other Hispanics at work too.
Okay, again, even though they aren't affected, there are people who are being affected
Yeah,
by these
and
things.
the other little Jose I know at work, he from Miami. All his family live in Miami. He talks Spanish too. I talked to him. He say his dad Cuban, his mom Brazilian, and they in Miami. I'm like, you ain't worried about this with your family and stuff like that. He like, no.
Look, Well, good for them. I just seeing too much other shit that I would refuse to sit here and still give my money as an option when I can just use a click of a button and shop on a different website. So
I
that's
oh
where
that's
I'm
and that's
gonna
what that's
go.
what I had left from. I'm like, bro, I don't think that much people actually taking that. I don't think people taking it that serious.
And that's
I think
cool if
everybody going about their life as if it's just normal.
I think that's how you see it. And that's not really how I see it because there are people who are choosing other routes of doing this. White people to black people, other Hispanic people who are
I'm
legally
saying,
here.
but did you seeing this on social media so you believe it?
Again, just because our state is not being affected by, what about the states that are highly populated?
Can I ask you something? If like besides for social media, how do you know something's true?
I mean, I know you're not asking me when all you do is press Google.
What you mean?
All you do is Google shit.
Well, what do you do? You ask ChatGPT or something? I don't understand. What's your other
I
things you gonna
mean,
do?
you're not going to try to tell me or try to analyze why my process of watching videos where people are literally, I'm seeing
No, I'm saying,
people.
all right. So, for example, I'm saying, so if Sam's Club gave you a free membership for this next year coming up, you'd be like, I'm not going to Sam's Club. I'm going to pay extra to go to Kroger. Like that seems weird to me.
um no, I take it, but I don't always go to Sam's Club for a bunch of shit, you know. So if you're gonna give me a free membership, I take that shit, and then when I need to go buy bulk toilet paper and paper towels, I will. But for my everyday groceries, like where
I
I
mean, which we
don't,
already don't do.
I know. So for my every other the things that I don't buy from there, every
So
other
is
thing I would
Publix and
try to.
DEI?
Yes, they are.
Okay, I'm just checking.
Yes, they are.
Okay.
Walmart is not.
I mean, at least they didn't fire my
Aldi's
dad.
is not.
I mean, don't you think they'll be getting rid of black people if they don't want to do DEI?
Just because you don't support DEI doesn't mean that it's like,
That's what I'm trying to say.
look, you have your views on this, and I have my views on it. I believe when a company that is that big takes something out, it means they're saying they're not that inclusive. And I don't know who you're not trying to include or not. I just
I
know
think
that
they
I'm
take
going
that
to
out so they
support.
don't have to be inclusive, as
I
if
know.
yeah. So I don't know. I just I don't know. I've always looked at the world like survival of the fittest and shit like that. So I just don't be feeling bad for people like that. I don't.
Wow, that's almost as bad as the guy who said, the health minister who said, well,
Right.
us black people, we don't need that much antigens.
How was that the same?
Well, to me, that's how it seems.
How?
Because it's not affecting you. So like, why does it matter?
I
But
didn't.
the antigens don't affect you when you go to the hospital.
No,
So
the D. I didn't say it because the DI wouldn't affect. It's not about the DI not affecting me. It's just that it's not that big of a deal. And if they
to
don't
you,
want to
to
hire
you.
disabled people, they shouldn't have to. If they don't want to hire someone Chris because he's calls his name Christy and it would be weird, then they don't fucking have
Well,
to.
do you know what's really cool about the fact that they took off DEI? And
But
just hear it out. Because the government took off DEI, it means if a company decided to have a DEI program, they don't have standards to meet. The standards are what they set,
yeah,
right? So for a company to not even adjust their DEI program, but instead null and void it,
yeah.
makes a very big difference to me. And I see that as something else. You can go on your
I
company
don't-
site and you can update that to take out all the disabled people or all the people who are not able to do the job the way you want it done. But that's not what being done. So therefore, I can't stand for it. You have your views on it, and I will never change my views on it because you're taking it completely
I
away.
think for people who own companies, it seems like a extra layer of freedom for them to be able to do what they want to do. And I think if you was like a billionaire and you owned your own company, you probably would have yanked that DII shit too.
Um, I
Because
gotta
that
go to
because you would
Publix.
because it's like you get to do what you want to do. How like I think if you owned a company, you would also feel like why is the government always telling me what to do with my company?
Oh, well, let's go to here. See, I love Publix, committed to diversity. Let's end the injustice. Let's stand together. So, aside from whatever they said today, each of us is called to do more. Publix will make $1 million contribution to National Urban League affiliates across Southwest and continue blah, 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 blah.
Southeast.
Southeast, blah, 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 for their civil rights efforts. Now they don't have to donate anything. That's not my problem here. Dear Public's family, the last few months have brought unprecedented challenges. You see the fact that they took time to bring some kind of notification to the public. They did not remove it.
Okay.
They just somebody, one person job, that
Mhm.
CEO, they came together, had a board meeting and decided how can we
Okay.
best be inclusive
Can
of
I
this
say something
bill.
too? Can I say something too? Walmart's a worldwide company, and like they are like nationwide. So I think they trying to move off of something a little different than Publix, which is like a southeast based region company. You get
What
what I'm
about
saying?
all these?
What about all these?
They don't have it either.
They don't have what? A
DEI.
DEI?
Yeah, which is owned by Walmart, by the way.
Well, then there you go. That's why they don't have it.
Oh, so even though they're just in one area, they're just gonna take everything away, and that's a
I
whole
don't.
different
I really
company.
don't see why. I don't even. I don't think it should matter. I don't think. I think them companies should be able to do what they want to do.
Okay, and we're not gonna agree upon it. This is
Oh.
why when you decide you want to go buy something, when you go buy
Okay, hold
groceries,
on.
you can
Mix
buy
Mix
where it's
Swagger say
from.
Mix Swagger say you're right. They shouldn't have to hire people, but what's going to happen is they'll start hiring based on beliefs. You might be right. They might start hiring based on beliefs. They might say if you don't agree with Trump, you can't get hired and shit like that. But I just
No, it just leaves another manager not to have to ask you questions if they don't want to hire you, and that manager prejudice is coming into play all the time. The person who's hiring you on the spot is the person
well,
prejudice
what
is
if the
coming into
manager's
play.
black?
Hey, it doesn't matter. I didn't say black manager. I said the person's prejudice is coming into play. Whether you
Okay.
don't like black people, white people, Hispanic people, whatever prejudice that can come into play.
I think just because they had that piece of paper, it really didn't change much. They already had always had prejudice, in my opinion. Okay, they might hire you for diversity sometimes, but I think they always gonna have prejudice.
But I pointed out a very good fact to you. Now that DEI is not something that's there, even though a company could have like adjusted how it was phrased and what they will accept and shit like that,
Mhm.
for you to null and void it, it's a very big statement to me.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Well, I don't know. I don't know what they're gonna do about that, and I don't know if it's gonna ever come back. I wonder if like when Trump's out of office is like when another Democrat public president gets in there, is he gonna like snap it back in there, or is it just
This is probably like my first time ever being this much involved in all the things that are happening. Because as I get older, that's the only reason why I'm like so involved in all the news that's coming out. Like, school, I didn't really care about shit. Um,
but it was definitely shit going on.
I think you were right when you say every 4 years, like shit is gonna change
Yeah.
and it's gonna drastically change. So I
Mhm.
just gonna hope like yeah to find somebody who's willing to.
We need to be looking for our next Democratic like president right now, and it don't need to be Kamala. I'm so sorry, she's not going to win. We need to find a Democratic candidate, and yes, it needs to be a white man. Well, it don't matter if he's white, but it need to be a man. Because even it's, I think this last election has proven even women won't vote for women. So just stop trying to put a female in, and just we need to get a male candidate. That's the second time Democrats tried to put a woman in for president, and we lost both fucking times. If they do that shit again, bro, I'm just so done with the Democratic Party in general. They're stupid. I'm not saying a woman can't be president. I actually think Kamala would have been a way better president than Trump, but you know what I'm saying? Like they just won't vote him in. You feel me? You got to win the votes to be president. So
Well, again, I'm gonna put my 2 cents in here for it. I really did follow the elections very closely, and one thing that I didn't like from both parties actually is all parties. I had to really search to find out what these people did in
what you
their
mean?
life. Like when you go to their website, like KamalaHarris.com or DonaldTrump.com, I couldn't see in one place like something.
Wikipedia.
Yeah, you see, so it's only people like me who's not gonna go to Wikipedia. I don't trust Wikipedia.
Why?
Just the fact that you can get millions of dollars donated to you and you can pay somebody $1,000 to write a sheet of paper of notes that you can give them of all your things, all the laws you have helped with to either start, abolish any of those things, and put all the things that you did in one place to make us understand what we're getting. I
She
can't
didn't.
help
She
that.
didn't really help with it. I don't know.
She had look. This woman didn't just sign up to be president on the first round. She held a lot of positions in government and did a lot of things.
Yeah, just because you're a part of the Senate, does that mean you the one who got that law passed?
Um, if you're part of it and you're doing the job, then I would say hell yeah. I'd say if you helped to contribute to the shit, hell yeah. Just like when a football team win a game, they don't be
I mean,
like,
you're a part of
well,
the team, but I don't think you're the one who necessarily did it.
we have to. They're just what. It's not even about just that. It's just about the fact like there could have been accomplishments that were listed, things
I
that
don't think.
were
I don't
in a
think
place to
her
find.
accomplishments was like becoming a senator, becoming a VP. Those are like the accomplishments she had.
No.
Before that, she was an attorney in California. I mean,
And you think being an attorney, she did nothing?
no, she did cases. What you mean?
Okay, so you don't think she chose types of cases that she may have fought or certain things she tried to get past?
Yeah, everybody. Yeah, we know what she did.
Right. So those are so you see, you say you know what she did. I'm really happy you knew all that shit. I did not. And the reason that I know I was having a very hard time finding this out is because I really wasn't a very big fan of Trump. So what I was doing was trying to see what did he do in his last 4 years of presidency so I could understand why he should be in power for this 4 years of
He
presidency.
didn't do much.
Except when I was trying to find that information, it was always third party sources who were trying to talk about the bills that he did get passed or stuff, but it was never anything on his website. It was never a concise place where information was just readily available. And I think this is just my point of view. I think the Democrats would be very wise for whoever they put up next to make a page with the accomplishments. And no matter how small or big, it kind of builds kind of repertoire for the person that you're about to choose and put into power. And I could not find things. So that's my view on it because I was really searching, trying to figure out. Remember, I said I wanted to do a debate with you about it, but in order to do a debate about the presidents who could win, I needed to know information. So I started looking information up, and in my process of searching, I couldn't find shit.
I'm sure if I Google like Kamala Harris accomplishments, so easy to find.
Okay.
I don't know.
And I'm saying I shouldn't have to work that hard to find that shit out.
I mean, okay, it's not on her website, but gosh, it's not that hard to find.
Like, the world is so I prefer to hear it from the source than to believe like I'm just getting information from another source, which I don't even know is a reputable source. So I don't have
Bro, so
anybody
you
else.
just feel like you're gonna click on another site and they're gonna be like naming all the shit Kamala did, but she didn't. Like, I don't get it.
I just think it's a good representation for it to have been on sites. And I said that for like both of them, not even like one party. But
I just feel like
oh well, I didn't find shit when I was kind of looking for it.
right now. Um,
I do have another one. Mm. So this was a crazy story. I don't think I wrote it down, but I do know the story, so we'll talk about it. Did you see that 6-year-old who shot a police officer?
6 year old
Yeah.
on purpose.
Yeah, so let me tell you the story. So what had happened, her and her mom had gone to Walmart and the mom had just bought a television and somehow the mom between the cash register and the front lost the receipt. So when she reached, this guy was like, you don't have a receipt. So then she's like, okay, well, the cashier who cashed me out, that's her right there. So, hey, can you talk to him and let him know he have a I actually paid for this. So the cash register told the guy she paid for it. The guy was like, you do not have a receipt, ma'am? You are stealing. So he proceeds to call the police. And on top of calling the police and reporting that she's stealing, she's a black woman, by the way, he's white. On top of calling and saying that she's stealing, says that she assaulted him. So now the police
This is
come,
in what store?
Walmart.
Oh,
So in addition to the all of that now. The police comes onto site, and then the woman is trying to explain to the officer what's going on. Officer was so aggressive, starting it off, put the woman on the floor in a chokehold. 6-year-old daughter know how to use the gun for safety. Pull that bitch out and shot that man in his eye. Dead. Yep. Other people, other officers obviously came to the scene then. Nobody else died. But this poor officer, for the way he responded aggressively to a situation, made made his life disappear at a snap of a finger, and that was so crazy to me. I hate. Why can't I just? What? I gotta get some. Crazy, right? Yep. And they're not getting charged, the girl, not the mom, because it was all self defense and they didn't do anything wrong. And she actually bought the TV, you know,
It's just an officer threw his whole life away.
because he was aggressive.
Wouldn't be the first time I've seen an aggressive police officer.
I know. But it's just the fact, how you handle something sometimes could really change the whole narrative, the whole direction of a situation, how people respond, all of that. And to know this little girl is 6 years old, so it's so tragic for me to hear that story because imagine how she felt seeing her mom on the floor getting choked out. For her to even feel like I need to hop in as a
Yeah,
6 year old to help my mom. And the little girl got a little mugshot.
Mugshot?
Got a little mugshot. Poor little girl with a little tears. Poor little girl with a little
They
tears.
arrested her?
Yeah, everybody had to go to jail for a little bit. Well, not go to jail, but everybody got to go down to the precinct. We got to figure this shit out. Like, what the fuck just happened? So, at this point in time, I hope the mom sues because that was definitely
Traumatic.
very traumatic
My
for
child has to go
everybody.
their whole life knowing they killed someone.
Yeah, it's like actual facts.
She go to church every day knowing she's going to hell. I've been right in court saying, my daughter's going to hell. Look what y'all did.
Oh my God, life change. We live
What?
in, we live in big. We live in
I would
big.
have been selling that shit hard. My daughter's going to die. She's going to burn for eternity because of y'all. I would have been getting mad with that shit.
Oh my God, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a crazy story that I see, and I could not believe it because, I just don't really see stuff like that happening every day. You hear people, but not 6 year old, not a 6 year old. So when I heard that story, I was like, ooh, that's good to share. But I'm happy, the mom is safe. I'm happy the little girl is safe. Really tragic for the loss of life, but hey, man, treat people with kindness. What about that?
Yeah, but I think he was probably responding to what the other guy did. I guess he's trying to take his word for it or whatever.
And I know now you need to understand a man just called you and reported a crime. A man said he got assaulted by a woman, and then you come and assault the woman. Okay, how assaulted you think in a Walmart?
I was like, hey, lock her ass up. No, not in that situation. Yeah. Any other situation? Yeah, lock that bitch up.
And
Yeah.
people got no time to be out here stealing TVs, big ass TVs from Walmart too.
They do that shit all the time. That's why they got the people that ask for the receipt now. They used to do that shit all the time.
Or you know what I do hate? Sometimes when I go to Sam's, so Sam's be having the line where they tell you to check out, right? Bruh, I pay for my groceries. And nowhere in my receipt or anything that I sign tell me that I need to wait in line after I pay for my paid motherfucking groceries. So y'all gonna
Suing. Next thing going there.
y'all gonna
Like,
call.
so I gotta wait. I'm suing.
Look, no, they be getting mad at me because it depends on how crazy the line is. I be like, look, yeah, we don't live in California, but yeah, I had to tell the person. I said, I'm not waiting in this line. I mean, that shit was wrapped around like the door, around by the cash registers, and I'm like, So I already paid for my groceries. You took my money and you want me to stand here? So I told her, I said, y'all gonna stop me? Go ahead. Y'all come stop me by my car while I put all the shit in my car because I will not be waiting in that line. I said, hi. I said, y'all need to go get some people to come stand here and because we already paid for groceries. I said, this is some dumb shit. Cause I know I'm stealing nothing. So on top of that, you expect me to have some patience with the shit? Nope. My job is not to be patient when I already paid for my groceries. I don't. I already gave you my money. This is my shit. Exactly. That's how I feel. That's exactly how I felt about that shit. You want me to give my time. I just gave all my money.
And honestly, if I was a person who worked here and I was checking receipts, this is how I'd have been having receipts. Look at that. There you go. There you go. Just move faster. Let the people go. You know what I'm saying?
No, no. I mean, they are out here scanning left, right, and center. At this point, you might as well just put the cash registers with the people so that they
At the
could,
fucking front. So
yeah,
when you just walk out after you
walk
finish.
out. So yeah, I don't have any patience for it. It's not that I'm an impatient person.
Sam's be acting like people really be stealing like that in Sam's. Come on now. Don't nobody go to Sam's. Nigga.
Well, I actually had a terrible experience at Sam's, and it actually made me want to not go back to Sam's, and I didn't go back for a really long time. Actually, my membership automatically got paid for. I didn't pay for that shit out of my pocket because I wanted to pay for it. So I had gone, and there was a little bit of line to go inside, and I ain't gonna lie about it. There was nothing but white people in front of me, and a bunch of people are walking in, and this lady let everybody walk in. And then I reach and she asked me before I walk into the store, can I see your card? And I'm an asshole. So my card is in my bag. I'm not pulling the fuck shit out. I tell her I'm gonna customer service. Bitch, what? Didn't give a fuck. Because you let everybody else walk and you didn't ask nobody else for card. Don't look at me and ask me for no motherfucking card. Don't do that shit. And I'm quick to point the shit out too. That's just like the dance class that I went to. Walking with a mom. Yeah, I went to a little dance thing to, try to see if I get my daughter up into a dance class. And another black person walk in with two girls. I walked in and we're sitting separately. And the woman gonna ask, are you all together? And I should no, I wasn't even actually I wasn't rude, but I was like, no, we're not together. And then I looked at her like, the fuck, just because we're black, we're supposed to be together?
Just assume.
It just doesn't make any
Don't
sense
be
to
making
me.
assumptions around here, boy.
Hell yeah. I mean, it's not even about making assumptions. It's just the way that it sometimes is done. Like I don't have any problem with somebody assuming shit, but you better don't be assuming because of race. The moment I think you're assuming because of race, I'm going to make sure to pull every card that does not require me to answer your question if I could. Which means when that lady had asked me for my card at Sam's, I'm going to customer service. So you know what she could say? Nothing. And now if you want to turn around and watch me walk to customer service, go ahead. And then if I continue walking in the store, who gives a fuck? I wish somebody at that point would come stop me. Because if they did, I would have a bigger problem then. Now I want to talk to your manager. Now I have time in my day to deal with this bullshit. And I'm gonna report it to the goddamn, yeah. Like, so now you're not watching people who walk in the store, but you're watching me. Why are you watching me so hard? There's only one person at the front. So yeah,
Yeah, that's what that is.
exactly. That's exactly why I just don't feel like I want to, make my membership there because it's like I've already experienced shit at my Sam's, which I didn't appreciate, and I felt like that was some dumb shit.
The DI shit, boy, they trying to, they trying to DI you, boy.
And I gotta put it out there. It's not Sam's. Sometimes it's just the people that you have working. So it could have just been her, but it's the fact like I was patiently waiting in a line to walk into the store, and you asked nobody. So I can't understand why you asked me. Like, what about me made you wanna ask
You
me?
was black. Awesome. What about you? The black and darkness, black under the skin. I can't stand it.
Just like I was parked in our neighborhood and somebody had was like, y'all should be parked here. And I was like, this is so crazy. Like I live here. Like this is like legally like
Oh, you talking about
yeah, I legally live here. Like, bitch, why is you so mad? I'm like, call the police. Come on, let's go do this. I got a whole time of my day
Oh,
for
I'm
this
about to do
shit.
that. I be feeling like that was something like sometimes I'll be like, oh, people look at me a certain type of way, and I complain about it, or I kind of complain about it a little bit, and be like, oh, they was looking at me like this, or they was acting like they didn't want to look at me. But then sometimes that shit come in handy, because sometimes people don't when they would rap normally say something to somebody else, they wouldn't say it to me. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I do not look for any type of confrontation in no form or fashion, especially when it comes to this. I don't pull race cards in any form or fashion, but the moment I see it being pulled on me, we're going to have a whole discussion about it. And I'm not talking about you and me have a discussion. The person who's doing it, we're either going to do that, or if again I can avoid to answer your question, I will at all costs, respectfully. Like again, I wasn't rude. I told her I'm going to customer service. There is nothing that you can say to me now, and I know it. Because next thing I lost my card. Where do I go? Customer service.
Yeah.
So it was just more if after now I keep walking into the store and now you have somebody come follow me and ask me for my card. This is now when I have to now call help because now I feel like I'm being pointed out. So I will never go above and beyond. But I do also agree with DEI because I don't know. I'm just like there are people who aren't gonna get opportunities just because of how they may look or disability that they have, but they're still very much capable of getting the job done.
I think obviously these companies don't agree with you for
So can
sure.
I ask a question then?
But
I don't want to point it out, but if your job is to bag groceries, right? How much criteria do you need?
criteria, you
Yeah,
just
like
need to be able to lift the stuff and put it back.
okay, so there's some places which will probably not hire somebody who is disabled.
Why would you hire somebody disabled to bag groceries?
Uh, I don't know how to call them, so I don't want to say what it is.
What, Down syndrome?
Yeah,
Down syndrome people will go to grocery.
I know they do, but they fall into DEI too,
Yeah, but you also got to be capable of doing a job. So,
and they are. So
so
this
if they
is
can do the job, they get the job.
I'm standing for all, So I want to make sure like they don't even
I
get an
just,
opportunity to
I
be
just,
judged for
I
that
just feel
shit.
like, in my opinion, this is just I'm gonna say my opinion. I feel like black people overreact, and we always think we're the ones being attacked, or we think that this people somebody's being attacked because of something or this. And they
So
don't
can
want
I
to.
ask you
Can
why you
can
say
I
that?
talk to you? And they just always talking about, oh, well, they don't want to include it. Oh, they in this. They don't want to. I'm like, bro, it's not even that serious. No company
Can
said that. No,
I have to stop you a
yeah.
moment because you're explaining, right? But you said black people being attacked, and not once did I ever talk about black people and being
I'm talking.
attacked.
No, I'm talking about the whole thing. I think black people are reacting to this more than anybody else. I don't. I don't. I think. I mean, okay, some white people might be wanting to protest with black people, but no, black people are the ones who tripping. Hispanics ain't even tripping over it, and they're the ones who benefit the most from DEI. So, like I was saying, I think they just like over exaggerate. Not one company said they're not going to hire disability people. Not one company said they're not going to hire black or Latinos. Not one company said that. All they did was drop their DEI policies. Okay, now they could just choose who they want to hire. But none of them said they wasn't going to hire them. I'm pretty sure there's probably people with disabilities that work for a lot of the companies you name, and they still work there right now. They didn't just fire them just because they got rid of DEI.
Yeah, I know they're not going to, but it's just the whole it's the bigger picture, man. It's the bigger picture behind it. The fact that you could do something like that means if you decided not to or chose not to, and
That's
nobody
their
wrong
fucking.
for it.
That's their right. That's what I'm trying to tell you. I believe if you were a super billionaire and you owned the company, you would want to reserve that right too.
I told you how I play this out. I will still keep DEI. I will just talk about what my DEI
I
program will
got you,
include.
but even as you, if you owned a company, you would want to have to reserve that right on who you hire to. Just saying.
To a certain extent, if I were a tech company, hell yeah.
say black people misled some of us fight against our own best interests. I mean, I guess it's just, I mean, I think black people take it far because I literally, if you look up who's affected by this the most, it's not us, but yeah, we the ones who the most goddamn. Oh, it's like damn. Let little Timmy who got Down syndrome do his little TikTok complaining about DI. He the one who gonna get the job because of it. I don't get why we the ones who always in uprage and outroar. Like I just don't get.
I don't think it's more of an operation outroar. This is just a time where people, if we don't band together, by the time we do choose to band together, it'll be too late.
It's probably already too
So
late.
I would say it's never that late.
Okay, well then, it was never too late then.
Oh, that's so far.
You know. But yeah, chat. I think we're gonna. You all right? Oh, that's almost 11.
Yeah, fine.
I think we're gonna go ahead and wrap up the show for tonight. Tune in tomorrow. We should be live tomorrow. We're gonna probably take Tuesday off though. Try to have a little break, and then we'll be back.